What's going on, everybody? I'm Dan the Realtor. Today, we're going to be talking about tips for making your best offer on a home. Rocket Mortgage massive company layoffs, pre-approval versus pre-qualification. We got the DMV real estate report, the real estate hot or not. Then we're going to jump into the comments section. Welcome to the Real Estate Wire, folks. What's going on, everybody? I'm Dan the Realtor.
Coach Marcus, what's up?
And today, we got a special guest.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's up? What's up? Jarrel Jordan here.
We got Jarrel Jordan from the Home Team. What's up, brother?
Nothing much, man. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, for sure.
Dan, guess what?
What?
Jay, can I call you?
Yeah,
Okay.
just call me JJ.
JJ, all right.
I thought I'm going to call you Jordan. That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. I got my own nickname.
He was doing a podcast back in the day. What was the name of it?
Yeah.
Oh, you been on the pod?
He used to do
Real Estate 101.
Real Estate 101.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
What's back in the day, like last year?
No, it was like
2019.
Yeah. And he came from Fort Washington all the way down to Sterling when I used to work there, and we did a podcast back in the day.
Yeah.
Where is it? I need to hear this, dog. It's on
Man,
YouTube?
nah, it's off everything now. Hey, look. I stopped there. I couldn't keep it up, man.
Yeah. I don't know. It's something crazy because you're in the content space heavy.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know how that feeling like when you look back at your old content, you be like, man, this is cringe, bro.
Yeah, I know.
But in the moment you thought it was fire, you're like,
I know. Man, it's about growing. You look at it and it's just getting better.
Yeah. You only like, but let me tell y'all, this dude is like, how old are you? 23?
About to be 27.
21? He's like 19 years old. Dude is crushing the game, yo. Tell us a little bit about your business, bro. 27 years old.
Yeah.
DMV Realtor. You got a team. What else you got going on? Tell us a little bit about your business.
Shoot. So yeah, last year was able to sell right under 16 million. Right now, me and my team, we've already reached that. I have a team of 5 agents. Well, 4 including me, the Jordan Group, based out of Fort Washington, of course, the Home Team Realty Group. That's the camera right there?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Shout out to the Home Team.
Yeah, shout out to the Home Team. Shout out to the agents on my team as well. But yeah, we've done 15 million already this year.
Really good.
But yeah, I mean that's about it, man. We're doing really well.
Dude, that's tight, man. You've been growing really fast, man. We're going to talk
it.
a lot about your business. I want to get your perspective on a whole bunch of different stuff, man. You got the TikTok cranking out. You got the awards cranking out, bro. You're making some noise, man.
For sure.
Some real big noise, man. I'm excited
young
to see
boss,
it.
young king, man.
Yeah.
You mind if I put my feet here?
You can put your feet away, brother.
You put your feet on the furniture at home?
Make yourself at home, brother.
Yeah.
Well, you ain't at home. Don't put it. No.
Yeah, Marcus is an authoritarian.
No, but like since I started coming around, and the story of how I even met the family is just wild. But since I come around, like young man, like always grinding, focused, like locked in the conversation. If you're there, like kind of doing your elevator pitch or you're selling yourself, and for a little bit it took me a minute to figure out how to read JJ, right? And because and it wasn't that he was ignoring me, but he was just like so locked in. But that's what makes him great. Like millionaires and billionaires, they allocate their time to specific things and they time block and they whatever. But like he's always had that mentality ever since I was young. I mean, he was younger and I was coming around very disciplined.
Ever since he was younger.
Appreciate it, man.
He's younger.
My sports background.
He's still young.
Yeah. He's
I want to talk a little bit more about the sports stuff, man. Let's get into the. We'll talk about that in a second. I want to get to the first real estate topic, which is tips for making your best offer on a house. I think literally right before we started recording, man, we were just talking like, a lot of the content, like if you look back at some of, or listen to some of our older podcasts from January, the market's moving so fast now. A lot of that information was 100% accurate.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah. And now the market is completely changing. So now the advice, the strategies are different. And us being professionals, we're always on the leading edge of what's going on in the market. We're seeing what's working, what's not working. And so we are able to pass that information on to you as a consumer so that you can make the best decision to make a home, to buy a home, to make an offer on a home.
Yeah.
Keeping Current Matters just put out an article and they said tips for making your best home. The wild ride of the unicorn years are behind us. So we're getting stable again. We're getting back to a more predictable market is what they're saying. It's what it's looking like. Today's market is still competitive in many areas and the supply of homes for sale is still low. If you're looking to buy a home this season, know that the peak frenzy of the bidding wars is in the rearview mirror, but you can still come up against some multiple offer scenarios. And so here's a few things to consider. I'm getting multiple offer scenarios in with my buyers. Are you seeing a lot of multiple offer scenarios, Jarrel? And how are you handling it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's difficult. It depends on how long I've been working with the buyer. If it's like my first time out with the buyer and this is their first offer, I'll advise them on what to do. A lot of times they don't take that because it's like, well, I'm getting advice from my dad, I'm getting advice from my mom. They don't think I should go this high. They don't think I should do this, this, and this. Cool. It takes them one or two to lose out on to understand this is what it is. This is what we're going to be competing against. If you don't want to do this, then we need to look at different properties.
So would you say that you're sometimes like allowing your buyers to experience a little bit of loss in order to a section of your buyers that maybe need to experience a little bit of loss?
For sure. Well, I'm going to advise them on what I believe it is, but because they don't know the market like I know the market, they're not going to do it 9 times out of 10 on their first one because we can't do anything under list price. Really, because they have multiple offers, we really can't ask for seller help. I know you want it. We really can't ask for it. Maybe we need to go in as is. But again, they don't want to hear it in the first few. So yeah, it's just like, cool. All right, cool. Yeah. I do whatever you want to do. I do whatever your parents advise. We lose. What do we take from there? And then go from there.
Yeah. Me and Marcus say it all the time. I'm the expert, but you're the boss.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. That's a great way to put it.
How many times you let your clients go back and forth with, doing it their way before you like, all right, we get ready to do it like my way because
twice.
You got it too. All right.
Yeah.
That's fair. Because
like I said, like you said,
everybody.
What you say that we're the expert, but they're the boss. Yeah, I never put it that way. I'm gonna start putting it that way. But I always say, it's your property. This is what I advise. This is your decision at the end of the day.
Yeah,
you're gonna do what you're gonna do.
Yeah,
I can't do anything about it.
This
is what I would say to you.
I had the exact same situation. Well, I'm going through. I'm very listing heavy.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of lists. I got like 13 listings on the market or something like that right now. Yeah, and a lot of them.
How did you get them?
Just cold calling, man. Just hammering it out.
Cold call?
Just cold calling, bro. A lot of people scared to cold call. I love cold calling because I'm like everybody hates cold calling.
I'm not scared to cold call.
I know you not.
I need to put the time in though.
Jordan's like, I'm not scared to go to practice. Yeah, we know Jordan. We know you're not. But there's a lot of people that are. I do a lot of cold calling, and one of my clients is like, good dude. But I put the property on the market, cleaned it out. I think you've seen it. I put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I got 2 offers in 72 hours. Got 2 offers.
The one in DC?
Yeah, not that. It's a one I just put out.
I got you.
And I got 2 offers. Boom. I'm like, yo, this is what you wanted me to do. I did everything you asked me to do. Now here's Monday. We got 2 offers. Let's put one. Let's press here, sign hard. Right, sign here, press hard. So he's like, but before he talked to me, he had talked to one of his neighbors across the street who said that they wanted to buy the house. This was months before I had an interaction with him. He told me about that person a long time ago. I said, okay, cool. If they want to submit an offer, they have the right to submit an offer. This is America. You can do that. And that person, so he's like, well, you need to get in contact with her because she's going to offer this amount. Way over the actual fair market value for that property. I know the fair market value for the property in the condition that it's in. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like a reasonable offer. I can't imagine. My spidey sense started going off, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I can't imagine that somebody who's going to be willing to pay this much for a property that they've never seen before. She's never seen the property, so she may be telling you, yeah, I'm going to offer this, but I just don't see any savvy investor really paying that much money for it. But I'll call her, have a conversation with her, and that was the conversation I had with myself. I'm like, look, I'm the expert, but you the boss. Right now, we got 2 solid offers. Mm-hmm. With proof of funds in my inbox, ready for you to ratify one of these, ready for you to accept one. Mm-hmm. And then on the other hand, you have this person who's saying they're going to do something, we haven't seen anything, and they're saying they're going to pay way over, and they haven't submitted an offer. Mm-hmm. My pops always told me 1 in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Right now, we got 2 in the bush. We got 2 in hand and 1 in the bush. I'm the expert, but you the boss. If you want to wait for this person to submit an offer and we haven't even seen it yet, okay, that's what I'll do because you're my client. Yeah. It's my advice. We do this, and then you make your decision.
She make the offer yet?
No, we ratified that joint this morning.
Yeah,
as you should have.
Definitely.
And on my
did you contact her?
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
What's her deal?
So she wasn't answering any of my questions really well.
True.
I've been in business 12 years. I'm like, how you paying for this? Oh, I'm using cash. Okay, cool. Send me your proof of funds.
Right.
Then she sends me a pre-approval letter from a hard money lender. I'm like, okay, so that's not cash because you said you had the money in the bank account. Like, I need to see the bank account.
Right.
So strike number one. Okay, get to the property. Like, how what's your ARV? How much do you think this is worth? Oh, I'm not really sure. You talk. Well, so you haven't done any of your own due diligence. So then I met her at the property. She's walking around, and I'm just like, look, at this point, and here's where I left it. I said I make more money if I represent you because I can keep the entire commission, and I'm not comfortable representing you as your agent. That should let you know what my intentions are. I would suggest that you go grab your own agent, and then you guys submit an offer. Do know we already got 2 in hand, and my seller's getting ready to ratify one of these bad boys today. So if you want to do it, you need to hurry up. Never heard anything else.
Feed drag.
Yeah, but it just goes to show, like, sometimes we have to let our clients experience like a little bit of fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think on my side is a little different from y'all's because like you can go online, you can go to 5 or 6 different local lenders and credit unions and whatever. And yes, I still am the boss. I owe the expert and you the boss, but not so much because they don't know what they don't know, and they just see 5%. Oh well, can you offer 5% because my credit union is? Yeah, but you don't know your credit union's charging those points that we were talking about last week. It's an additional $10,000 or whatever. So like, so what I always say, look, if you get another offer, great. Like, it's going to be super tough for you to beat me anyway. But like, let me see the paperwork. I got one this morning. This lady talked to her a year ago on a construction deal, and the property, $3 million construction that she wants to build on 50 acres out my way. And she was, him and Han last year, mess around, and the builder that she was with was like, hey, you're not worth my time anymore.
Cool.
Like, because you keep dragging me through this mess. And then she went to another lender, went to another lender. And then she told me, now what's also happened in this last 12 months, rates have gone up. And construction loan money is higher than regular money, right? And she emailed me just this morning, hey, this other lender that we were talking to, this hasn't been responsive, and I've been waiting for months for an answer. Like, what can you do? Can you help me? Well, now you've gone around and you went back and forth with everybody else. And come on over to
back
to FMG where you're supposed to be, and let's figure out what we can figure out. So we'll see what happens. Still the expert.
Hey, question: how do you feel like as a lender, right? Because sometimes I have clients, they're like, somebody said I should shop around for multiple lenders. How do you feel when we send you a lead and we're like, hey, look, they also looking at other people? Does that suck?
What answer you want? You want camera off answer? You want
not camera off answer.
No.
Keep it real, man.
Keep it real. I don't really have an issue with it. I'm an athlete competitor, right? So if we're gonna play ball, check ball, right? But it's like match them all up. It's got to be apples to apples. Service, you're not gonna beat me. Experience, you might be because other people have been around and done other things. But when it comes down to rate and benefit, I'm going to answer all the questions until I can't answer any. I don't have nothing else to ask. If there's a specific loan product, I'll back out and be like, yo, I don't have that. I'm not doing HPAP or whatever y'all might have. Cool. Yeah. But then, I'll just, if I'm loyal to you as a realtor, then I'm looking for loyalty back as a lender.
Yeah, for sure. And I hate sending y'all clients and they're like, can I see a few others? Like, but
and I'm cool, but I think there's a special there's certain lanes, like Dan knows who to send what to, and you do as well.
Yeah.
And I'm super cool with that. And as a matter of fact, I have actually said, I do know somebody else. I do know this girl who is like the down payment expert. Like, let me put you in touch with her because I just know that sometimes I'm not the right fit, and I think y'all do as well, and I respect that.
Yeah, we literally ran into the situation and I had that conversation with you because I ran into that same situation that you're talking about.
Yeah,
and I think one of the biggest challenges is a lot of my clients that I ran into don't really understand that, hey, if you don't get along with this particular lender, that you can still do business with me. So sometimes I'll send them. In the past, I've sent lenders like, yo, reach out to this particular person. And then, not saying Marcus, I'm saying like when I work with other lenders, and I'll send them lender, and then they just go, I never hear them again. Then I see them on Facebook, they just bought a house. And I'm like, wait a minute, I was the one that even gave you the idea to buy a house in the first place.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's important to have that conversation with my clients. Like, hey, if you don't, here's a lender that I work with that I that's highly recommended that I personally close deals with.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, if I know that everybody's not a good fit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're reaching out to this lender and for whatever reason you don't like what he said, like holler back at me. I've got 5 other lenders.
True.
Lenders are hitting me up every day trying to get business from me. So I think that making that distinction, what I've been doing is just sending a list of 3. And I'm like, look, here are my top 3 preferred lenders.
Mm-hmm.
They're all dope. Pick the one that you vibe with the best, and then let's go from there.
Yeah.
But I think the other side of that is the upfront preparation when you all are referring your people over is to be like, look, in order to give great feedback or exact feedback, it can't just be a conversation. You need to be prepared to apply, to do, credit report and send in documents. And some things you're going to have to pay for up front, like a credit report. It might cost you $30 or $60, but be prepared to pay that because as lenders, if you are shopping around, you might go with somebody else. You expect me to pay for your credit report or, whatever. So like it's paid up front, but it's cool. I mean, I love it. Do I want all the business? Yeah, I want the business.
Yeah,
for sure.
Of course.
I want your business.
We all do.
Yeah,
and we also know like, hey, you're going to work with Jarrel or you're going to work with Dan. You can't work with both of us unless I give them a referral, something like that. But like we were just talking about, you go to the Chesapeake Bay.
We all in the boat.
And there's all these boats out here.
Yeah.
And you go, oh man, and everybody out there cranking, catching fish. So the only people that's not catching fish is the people that's not in the water.
Mm-hmm.
We all in the water. Mm-hmm. And you can only eat so many fish.
I like that.
And if you got enough time to complain about everybody else,
get your butt on the phone and start processing.
The reason why you ain't got no fish is because you ain't fishing. You complaining.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Go fish.
Ooh, you just dropped the mic with that one.
Hey Dan, so look, for you, would you show a client a house without them signing an agreement with you? Do you?
Hey, what say you?
Who's asking, my bro? Hey, Virginia. No, I never do. Especially in Maryland. Virginia Gorgoff. No, I do not. Broker of Keller Williams Capital Properties Incorporated. But straight up, it really just depends on the relationship that I have with the client.
I feel that.
If I know to do 30 years, come on, let's get in the car.
Yeah, for sure. I feel it.
I just met you. Nah, we need to get this. You need to sign here, press hard.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, man.
What about you?
People are scared to do it. I get it, but I don't.
What do you do?
Because it don't cost you the money to.
No, we're signing an agreement. It's no hesitation. I'm not selling the property without that or pre-approval. I had one lady. I was doing a showing. She called me right before. She said, "Hey, I'm trying to see this property here." I was like, "All right, cool. Send me a pre-approval." She's like, "I don't think I need to send that pre-approval to go see a property." I'm like,
I don't think I'm the agent for you.
Yeah. I was like, that's what I told her. I was like, well, yeah, I don't work that way, but you might be able to find somebody else that can. I can get you in contact with some agents, but I'm not that guy.
You know what they call them? Agents that just go and show properties without pre-approval, without a buyer consultation, without buyer agent. They call them Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
It's Pop-Tart. I want to go see the property. Okay, I'll be right there.
Yeah.
I don't have any clients.
I never heard that.
I don't have any business. I'm going to go.
Starting off, that's how I was.
Yeah, me too. Everybody Pop-Tart.
Yeah, it was cool though because I was learning the market. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at different properties.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, now.
Boy, that gas too expensive. You got a kid.
Yeah, it's
I
no
don't
way.
leave my kid for a non-pre-approved buyer.
It's no way.
Now, what I will say, I have done it, and I've gotten burned doing anything. I've gotten people who are pre-approved and gotten burned.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Driving around 50 properties and they don't buy anything, go with another agent. And I've had people that they never showed me a pre-approved. For me, it's about a vibe. Like I'm like, this guy sounds like he got some. You know what I'm saying? Like what's going on. Then there's other people like, nah, we need to get you pre-approved. We need to sit down. We need to go through the buyer consultation. And most of the time, my buyer consultation are for my newer buyers. 95% of my buyers, I put through a buyer consultation. Even if I know you, because I'm setting the expectations of what's going to happen. And 99% of the time, when a buyer transaction goes bad, it's because I didn't do a buyer consultation and set the expectations. Yeah. And so, like, especially the market we just came out of, it was so hot. It's like, hey, we may end up having to submit like 30 offers before you get one. Yeah. Telling them that first, they're like, oh, all right. Not telling them that first and then having to do it, they get burnt out after like 5 offers. It's just about that expectation.
Yeah, what other expectations you set outside of like how many offers they got to write typically?
For my buyers?
Yeah.
I usually start off with I I usually start off explaining about myself. Then I explain what's going on in the market. Mm-hmm. I jump on the MLS with them on the big screen, and we just look at properties like, look at this one. This one's been sitting on the market for 135 days. You can see they just had 2 price reductions. Mm-hmm. This is the type of property where we may be able to go in right after closing cost credit.
You know what's crazy? Sometimes some of those properties, as soon as we get there, five other people. I'm like, damn,
Dan standing right there too. Like, yo, what up, Jarrel?
I'm like, yo, it's been on the market for 50 days. Yeah, that's crazy.
Nobody messed
until now.
Yeah,
that's crazy. It happens sometimes.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. Like, yo, you know. Yeah, that's a large part of my now.
For sure.
The tips that this article talks about: number 1, lean on a real estate professional, what we were just talking about. Number 2, get pre-approved for a home loan. Literally what we just talked about.
Straight up.
Number 3, make a fair offer. Now that goes to what your question is. What do you consider in this market, Jordan, a fair offer?
Depends on if they have multiple offers, depending on how long it's been on the market. It depends on property. For example, if it's been on the market for 4 days, multiple offers due at the next day, then we have to come at least no less than list price. And I wouldn't even advise list price. I'm gonna call the agent, of course, see if there are multiple offers on the property. If there are, I'm gonna advise you to go, a little higher than list price, whatever you're comfortable with, then let's rock. Of course, EMD, I mean, not the biggest issue, but a higher EMD makes us look a little stronger. Not nothing too crazy there. Appraisal gaps. If we can pay an appraisal gap, that'll help. I tell them what it is, what an appraisal gap is.
Yeah.
Where they go.
You seeing those now or still?
A little bit, not as much. A little bit.
Mm-hmm. My way a little bit.
Yeah. You still seeing them?
Yeah, I talked to dude on the way here. I was like, bro, you got to come up.
Appraisal gaps. If we can split taxes differently, whatever that looks like. But yeah, I mean, it's just about and building rapport on our end with the other agent. Tell them who we are, what we looking like, how strong our client is.
Doing
lender as well.
Yeah. You doing one day home inspections?
No.
Them joints is working.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm scared to do one day.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah, you got to have a good home inspection team, though.
Yeah, I know. I do it. I would do 3.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's the same as 1 for real.
I mean,
and you keep it a contingency, or you using the 3 days for information purposes only.
That's another thing. We can do as is.
You still got to do as is in this market.
I know you do got to do as is.
I haven't seen a full home inspection in years.
I only had one client that didn't do a home inspection. Mm-hmm. Only one.
I mean, but we still sneak it in though.
Yeah. Everybody's doing as is.
Hey, we did that on Jefferson, remember? Yeah, it's as is. We good. We just doing it for our own. Yeah. Hey, by the way, the inspection report came back. You don't got to fix nothing. We'll just take a credit.
Yeah.
That thing right there had.
Boy, that was a deal.
Yeah, you got to finesse your way in.
It's still in the market. They drop. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a bunch of. So let me ask you this: Are you said you're not doing 1 day home inspections, or you are doing 1 day home inspections?
Nah, I'm not comfortable doing 1 day.
So what
I do 3 day. That's the shortest I do.
Now, see, if I was a listing agent, I seen 1 and 3, I'd take the 1.
Yeah, I got you. I understand that.
I'd take the 1 because if it falls through, I can put it back on the board. What are you saying to your to the listing agents when you call them? What's your conversation?
Just introducing myself, saying my client likes this property.
Script me, call me. Ring.
Yo, Dan, it's Jarrel Jordan. How are you?
Hey, what's up, Jarrel?
Hey, I just left the property on 123 Main Street. My client really liked it. What's going on here? I see that online the offers are due tomorrow. Mm-hmm. How many offers do you have in hand?
We got a couple. We got. I think what just came in. I haven't even looked at my inbox yet, man.
Got you.
But we got a bunch.
Off the top, do you know
my inbox?
Do you know numerically how many?
How many? Man, I haven't even looked. I know I got at least 3 right now. I got to double check. From the last time I checked my email, I think we got at least 3 right now.
Okay. Gotcha. Outside of price, what's your client looking for? Is there anything specific they need?
Just the best offer, brother. You don't got to call me and blow me up.
I got you.
Got to be a little bit of asshole sometimes.
For sure. The crazy thing is with me, when I have listeners, I'm talking to them like I'm really transparent with them.
Dude, I'm crazy. Transparent, but what I get a lot of times, all right, I'm gonna script you. So that's a good script because you're very concise.
Yeah,
I'm a role player. I'm gonna script you what I get a lot of times. Ring, hey, I'm looking for Jarrel.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jarrel, this is Dan over here at Banana Real Estate. I'm calling about your listing 123 Main Street. I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about it. Is now a good time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. So I see that you got it. Get to the point.
I'm about to say, do you hang in there that long? I'd be like, man, I don't even want to.
That's what I get. 99%. I'm like, dude. Really? You see, everything's on. Like, look, offers due Monday at noon. What does your seller want? The best offer. What you mean? What they want? The best. So where do we need to be? Dude, I'm about to hang up the phone on you. I gotta go.
But you said it actually?
No, I don't. I've said it a couple times. I've said it a couple times. What I usually say is, all right, man, look, I gotta go. My plate's full right now, and I gotta get back on the phones. But send me the offer, and I'm gonna present it to my seller, like the one I had, Monday at noon. I don't really do a bunch of talking, man. I don't even do a bunch of talking to the listing when I submit buyers or when I submit offers.
See, I like talking to people because I like reciprocating what they say. I just take pieces from what they say and put that into my next call. So I enjoy talking to people.
Well, you got the gift of gab, man. You got the gift of gab, and I think
the gift of what?
The gift of gab is something some of the old folks used to say back in the moment.
You know what that means?
Yeah, I know what it means. That's why I'm looking at you. I'm like, am I old or you young?
Tell me you were born after nights 2010 without telling me you were born after 2010. Yeah, nah, it just means that you're charismatic. You got you can talk to people. You can pretty much talk to anybody and not annoy them.
I got you.
A lot of people can't do that. They think they can, but it's like, yo, if you're talking, like, nah. So anyway, yeah, I think
some people don't think they're annoying, but they are annoying.
That's a hard one. That's meta right there, bro. Yeah. Because what if you're that person?
That's crazy.
Welcome to my life.
You're not. What you say?
I say, welcome to my brain.
Oh.
Let's get into the coach's corner.
Ding dong.
What you got for us, coach?
Man, I got a couple of them, but man, the big banks, Rocket Mortgage, they ain't nobody's favorite around here. But third round of layoffs. So if you're working with a Rocket Mortgage, you went through them to get your pre-approval. The next time you call in to get an updated pre-approval, the person that you talk to may no longer work there.
If you can get a hold of them, it's hard getting
that's
contact with Rocket. Man, it's tough.
That's why you work local, brother.
Yeah.
But they're trying to reduce their number of employees before releasing the Q2 earnings. And this article is saying that this is at least the third time that an offer has been presented to the employees since mid 2022, so like in the last 12 months basically. And so what they're offering, it's crazy that they're telling what they're offering for the buyout. They're offering between 12 to 24 weeks of pay with benefits depending on your tenure. They're also offering compensation for your PTO, early vesting of certain stocks, and outplacement services such as career coaching.
That's fire.
That's
great. That's great.
They're letting you out, but they say, look, we trying to save money. We're going to pay you this. We know you might not be able to get a job.
Hey.
We might not be able to get a job, but we're going to give you some career coaching.
Deal. Sign here, print hard.
Yeah. You must have heard that recently because you were rocking that today.
That's my thing. That's my new thing I'm about to say.
Sign here, press hard. Okay. But yeah, so, it just the market, the rates, the amount of production, everything's being squeezed. So the bigger you are, or they say the bigger you are, the harder you fall. So it's
why are they all right, conspiracy theorists hat on now. Do you think that they're intentionally doing this so that they can influence the unemployment numbers?
No, I don't think it has anything to do with that. What I think it has to do with
conspiracy theorists.
I think what it has to do with is, number one, they used to be the number one lender in the United States. They are no longer that. So they lost.
Who's number one?
United Wholesale Mortgage. What up, Matt Ishbia?
Gucci wasn't number one.
No,
Drake wasn't
one of FMG's lending partners, by the way. So they lost their number one status, and I think that when you combine that and maybe their profit margins aren't as good, the numbers aren't looking as good, the balance sheets aren't where they want them to be. I mean, you got to let some people go. But I also think that on the backside, if you let some of your staff go, then you have reduced staff. Maybe you don't need all the extra fluff. But when we're anticipating these rates dropping and then having
they're going to bring them back,
they're contracting to bring them back, and then because they have lower overhead, then they can come back and offer maybe some lower rates and then try to get back in the game and get that number one status back.
What's been your experience with Rocket Mortgage, Jordan?
None. I haven't had any experience with Rocket Mortgage.
But they're the biggest number one company in the country.
Yeah,
you're the number one agent on the East Coast. You ain't got one rocket.
I'm trying to keep up with you, Dan.
One rocket mortgage deal?
Nah, not at all.
Why?
It's difficult dealing with them, man.
So you want to accept a pre-approval letter from?
No. It's difficult dealing with them, man. You can't get a hold of the lender.
Yeah.
It's hard. You got to go through the bank to get to a lender. And then they're not working if it's not 9 to 5.
Right.
Or the weekend.
Right.
Or the holiday. So it's,
or every other Thursday.
I mean, nobody wants to work the holiday. I don't want to work the holiday, but I mean, I'll answer my phone for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Sure. But yeah, it's just difficult working with Rocket.
Yeah, my last experience with Rocket, which I want to ask you, Coach, I got a couple. Well, one I got closed, which I was surprised.
That's what's up.
This was back in the day.
How was it? Was it good?
It was. I hate to say it. It was very good. I hate to say it.
What was very good?
But bro, this was like 2013 or 15, something like that.
True.
This was a completely different country.
True.
Now, the last time I got somebody with a Rocket mortgage, something or other, we ratified. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there trying to look with my looking like an idiot, and then like a couple days, maybe I think after. I can't remember. We never got to the appraisal, so it was only a couple weeks. And then they were like, "Yeah, we can't do this deal. Yeah, he doesn't qualify." I was like, "But y'all got a pre-approval letter."
The loan officer?
Lender. He was like, "Nope, sorry, we can't do it." And I was like, "Why did y'all even pre-approve him in the first place?" So that's my question to you, Marcus.
Yeah.
What is the difference between pre-qualification and pre-approval? Which one's better, and what's the difference?
Pre-qualification is just a conversation that talks about some high-level details. So talk to a loan officer, or you can even go online and pre-qualify yourself by putting in how much you make, what your liabilities, what your monthly payments are on each, for car payments, student loans, things like that. You can do that, and you say, okay, well, based upon these numbers, you could qualify for a mortgage of about $300,000 or $400,000, whatever the number is. Oh, okay, cool. If any company generates a letter based upon what you've just done, that letter is not even worth the paper that it's on. So, because y'all won't take anybody out with a pre-qualification letter, because you're looking at it like, well, you're pre-qualified. Then have you done an application? What'd you say?
I said, not now, I won't.
So the difference between the pre-qualification is just a verbal exercise. Pre-approval, you've actually done some things. You've actually done an application and submitted it. You've also submitted your consent for your credit report to be pulled. You probably have paid up front for that credit report. You've also sent in your pay stubs, W-2, bank statements, maybe even tax returns. And then you've told the lender's now looking at that. I'm looking at it and saying, okay, I've got everything that I need in my possession because I know how you pay your bills, I know the money you make, and I know how you save the money that you've earned. Now I can make a fair assessment based upon what our systems say. Oh, this is probably the best program. Well, that is. This is the interest rate based upon that. I've run it through the automated systems. It's approving it. You're good to go. And now here's the sales price, Dan. Here's a letter, JJ. Now go out and shop for a home. And that's I have in my possession 90% of what I need to get you all the way to the settlement table.
So pre-qualification is me saying, yeah, I make $2 million a year. I got 3 Bentleys and a $8 million house, and I got $500 million in the bank, and I want to be pre-approved.
And then you say, how much? How much can I buy? How much a house? You think?
And you'd be like $200 million, and then I go out and shop for $200 million houses, and then 2 weeks later, be like, oh, you only made $200,000.
How many people lie in the pre-qualification?
That's what I want to know.
What you say? You call them Pop-Tarts? There's another phrase called that I've heard over the years. Buyers are liars, right?
Yeah,
I've heard that. And sellers are worse. Not our guys though. Not the real estate guys.
Yeah, y'all are straight. Yeah,
y'all are solid.
Y'all listen. Y'all do them shit. But how many? I would say.
I wouldn't say lie, but people
they fabricate. They stretch the truth.
Yeah.
Let me defend you buyers here.
I don't even know.
I'm going to defend our buyers. Look, I don't think they lie. I think they say what they want it to be.
Now,
true.
Now, let me say this. There's a lot of buyers don't even know how to really answer the question or like even what they're looking at, because some people say, oh, I make this amount of money. So I'll actually flip the question, because they'll say, oh, I bring home, $2,000, a paycheck. Well, great. Now, and they think that I can only qualify them off of $2,000 a paycheck, which is $4,000 a month, which is $48,000 a year. But when I look at their paycheck, I'm looking at the gross income. So, like, you're not making $48,000, you're actually making $70,000 a year, and that's a totally different type of qualification. So, it's just a lot of misinformation out here. They don't even know the process. That's why they should come to the professionals to get the exact response, so that it makes the process smoother and they get what they're looking for. I think I have open and honest and transparent conversations. So my people, if they lie, like they don't have a reason to, number one, but if they lie, we talk about it and I figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really, you can't, I mean, just in general, you can't really go that far being a liar. It doesn't usually work. There's some deceptive people out there though, for sure.
Yeah.
But who cares about them?
Whatever.
Let's get into the DMV real estate market report.
Right.
I change that joint up every week. Sometimes I say DMV report, DMV real estate report, DMV real estate market report.
Keep it interesting.
I'm going to keep making it one word longer.
Yeah,
keep it.
Just change every time.
Yeah, DMV real estate market update report. Here we go.
I wonder what's going to be next week.
We'll figure it out. We building as we fly, brother. I'm going to make this bigger, Paul, so that I can see it. Here we go. So, for the month of June, I'm going to go a little bit deeper into the numbers. Let's get into...
Where you pulling your data from? MLS?
Smart charts.
Smart charts.
Smart charts.
I got you.
You use smart charts?
No.
Nah, you got to get into smart charts.
Yeah, I know. I do.
Got to park the car in the parking lot. Harvard. And you seen them? I know you seen them dressed with a dude be acting like Eminem. He be like, I'm a park the car in the parking lot. I got 5 waters and 3 baby daughters.
Who was that?
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Like Eminem. He be like, I got a laptop, but it's not smart. I got a smartphone, but it's a smart chart. Oh, that's my favorite dude. I'm gonna tag it. I'm gonna send him to you.
I wonder who that is.
He be doing like fake Eminem raps. He be saying anything. Yo, the carpet is dirty. I gotta vacuum the carpet, but the carpet is dirty, so I gotta vacuum the carpet. Be like, what is this dude just spitting anything? All right, here we go. New listings for the month of June is dead. Wow, we're down a lot on the listings, yo. And then I want to get your interpretation of the numbers, Jordan, because numbers are numbers until they're actually explained. So, for the month of June, we're down on our listings 39% from this time last year. From this time last month.
This time last year, that's when the race went crazy, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's when they went crazy in 2022.
Yeah.
New pendings are down 18% from this time last year and 11% from last month. Closed sales are down 19% from this time last year, but are up 4% from this time last month. So last month we had less sales. This month we have 4% more sales than we did in last month. And then the median sold price is down 0.09%, negligible, and then up from this. The median home sale price is up from this time last year, 1.5%. So, summary, we have less listings, almost half the listings that we had last year, available homes for sale, and we're up on the price by 1.5%.
That shows you how competitive the market is.
But even in an increased interest rate, Jordan, I thought when the interest rates go up, the prices are going to come down. Why are the prices going up even though the interest rates are going up?
Supply and demand, baby.
What do you mean?
That's
I don't
the bread
understand.
and butter.
Oh, so you're saying that because we have 39%, almost half the amount of properties available, that's why the price is going up?
Yeah.
What?
Absolutely.
That's not fair.
Absolutely. Less inventory, so many buyers, they competing for the same properties.
Oh.
Yeah. So that just drives the prices up.
So even if the interest rates go up, that doesn't necessarily mean the prices are going to go down.
No, man. It's multiple other factors.
Oh, I thought increased interest rate meant market crash.
Nah.
Guess not, huh?
Hey, guess what?
What?
Ask the other question.
What's the other question?
So when the rates go down, what's going to happen?
It's going to get even crazy. Hey. Man, it's crazy. People always say, hey, I'm going to wait till the rates go down. All right, cool. You're going to be competing against 30 other people, 30 other offers, not even just people, offers.
Yeah.
Right now, you're competing against 10, 5, 10, 30. Let's see what you can get from there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff that people got to consider when they home buy. But I mean, it depends on them.
Yeah.
What's most important to them?
Yeah. I mean,
you can always refi, of course. If you use the program, maybe not. You have to pay the money back when you refi, right?
Most times.
Yeah. So
if you pull it out, you mean the cash out refi?
When you use a program, like if you go through a program, you're gonna
because it's attached to the second,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes a silent second or whatever, but they're gonna get that money back.
Unless it's a grant, you don't gotta pay grants though back.
Nah.
Right?
Yeah, usually not.
Yeah, that's what we've been. You literally said exactly what we've been. I mean, and that's really, I think, why a lot of our buyers are winning. Is because they're kind of listening to what we're saying. Like, yo,
yeah, exactly.
When you really break down the math, just because the interest rates went up doesn't mean you can come in at 50% off the fair market value and think you're going to get the joint.
Yeah.
Or that waiting another 6 months when you've already waited another 6 months, it's not getting better.
Yeah, it's always going to be something.
It's always going to be something.
Yeah.
I mean, either it's because I remember back in 2017, 2018, everybody when I got in the market in 2011. That was right after when 08 had kind of like subsided.
Yeah.
And then banks were flooding the market with all these foreclosed properties that they had. That's where I cut my teeth. And you literally would stand on the block and it'd be house sold, like for sale sign. And that was the market that I got into. So I was like, oh. Then around 2014, things started shifting. 15, 16, 17, everybody was like, "Oh, it's about 10 years, so it's about to be another crash." Mm-hmm. So around 2018, everybody started talking about there's going to be a real estate crash.
Mm-hmm. That's when I got in real estate.
And it never happened.
Yeah.
We were at like 4.5% interest rates, and that had shifted everybody a little bit. They were like, "Oh, see, the interest rate creeped up, so it's about to be a crash," and it never happened. Strike number 1 in my book. Strike number 2, COVID hit, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's about to be a crash, and it never happened. And then the prices and everything went even crazier. And then they were like, "Oh, wait till after the pandemic. Then everything's going to plummet. Oh, we're going to have a whole bunch of foreclosures because everybody's in deferment or deferral." And the banks were like, "Guess what? We're just going to remodel everybody. Y'all good. We want your debt. We learned from 08.
Right.
We don't want to lose your debt. We want your debt. We're not in the banks are not in the business of holding real estate." They don't want it because it costs too much to manage. It costs too much to make sure pipes bust. So the post pandemic bank modification, COVID stimulus, all that stuff is what kept us from having that whole foreclosure crisis like we did in 2012 when I first got in. And so now here we are again. The prices are increasing, and yet again people are still saying, "Yo, it's about to be another crash." And I'm like, guys, if you're not paying attention, because of the type of market that we're in, we're in an internet economy now. So the crash, if you really haven't been paying attention, the crash already happened. But it wasn't a pricing crash, it was an inventory crash.
Yeah. That's a bar. Well, now, when I came in 2018, it was sweet, man. Like, I could see a property Monday still offer on the same. My client would have time to think about it until Friday. Still get it under list price, 3% seller help. It was crazy, man. That's the market I came in. It was sweet, but now it's like night and day, man.
Yeah, it is. It's a crazy market.
So tell me about your folks, because your team, y'all got a whole like one-stop shop.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah. So of course we help people buy, sell, rent. People on my team help buy, sell, rent. I help buy and sell. I'm an investor as well, so we help investors. We have property management. We have a title company. We have a full in-house suite for pretty much all things real estate.
That's your mom and pops?
Yeah, my mom and pops.
What's your mom do and what's your pops do?
My mom's a realtor, a broker. My dad, he just handles the office, man.
Oh, he's just a grinder.
Yeah.
See, that's the OG.
He has a title license, so he does some closes, but he just manages the office, man. He's like the janitor, receptionist, everything all in one.
When you see senior walk around, it's like, you know how Obama got a stroll and Denzel got a stroll, and if you close your eyes, you know who that is just when they talk. That's how it is with senior. Like you just walk, he's just chilling. Yeah, and he dab you up. What's up, man? He's so cool. Yeah,
Stillwater's deep waters one still right. Stillwater's one deep.
Over here driving knowledge. Over here, you need to help me. Move this bookcase. Yeah, all right, cool.
He also has a nonprofit, Jacob's Ladder Youth Foundation.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah.
What's that? What do they do?
Keeps the youth out of the juvenile justice system. Okay. Going to or returning to.
Yeah. I like that,
man.
Yeah,
he was a police officer before.
Okay.
So yeah, that's his passion.
Yeah.
Helping the youth.
And then how long you been in business?
2018, so 5 years. Yeah.
Lucky number 5. Most people don't make it out of 5, bro.
I know. It's a tough business. Really tough business.
What's the most difficult part for you?
It's addictive.
People.
It is.
It's just the capacity in which we deal with people. I tell my mom this all the time. It's like, I'm tired of dealing with these people. And she's like, you got to deal with people at every business. That's facts.
That's
but
a bar.
It's the way we deal with people, the capacity we deal with people is kind of crazy.
What do you mean?
Life events, financial events, anything that they go through, we go through with them.
Yeah.
Hey, that's so real. Like, you got some teams out here that do 400 transactions and hundreds of millions, right?
Yeah.
But like when they talk about the home team, you feel. I probably ain't been up there, and I'm saying real talk, probably a year, right? Number one, it take a minute for me to get down 210 to get to you, right?
For sure.
From my area. But when I see them, like I feel like they're brothers and sisters, or that's my aunt, or it really feel like I'm at home, right? And that's the environment that they created. And how many agents y'all have?
The brokerage right over 50, between 50 and 60.
Okay, right now. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's all love. A shout out to the home team, man.
Yeah, the customer service aspect, man, is like, I found, the higher your level of customer service, typically the higher your income is going to be.
Hell yeah, for sure.
Because we deal with a very high ticket item, you don't really pay attention to it. Yeah. But then when you really think about it, like, yo, I'm doing millions of dollars of transactions.
That's crazy to think about.
That requires a higher level of customer service.
You're helping somebody grab a $300,000 asset.
500, a million, 1.7.
Yeah, and we.
What was the highest you sold?
I got a 1.7. I'm doing an open house for right now. That's my highest.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
We run multi-million-dollar businesses that, like, as little kids,
right.
You thought about being a millionaire, or the value or what $1 million looked like. Well, like we know it.
Yeah.
We know it.
And that responsibility is huge, bro. It's like,
huge.
Yeah.
You said the customer relations part, like, really it's everything. It's having conversations, keeping your agreements. Having conversations, keeping your agreements. And the more agreements that you keep, the more responsibilities people will give you, or more opportunities they'll give you to keep bigger agreements.
Mm-hmm.
And I find the least successful agents are the ones who break their agreements with themselves and break their agreements with other people. Mm-hmm. First, they break their agreements with themselves. They say they're going to make this amount of phone calls, and then they don't. Mm-hmm. They say they're going to start this marketing plan, and then they don't. Mm-hmm. They say they're going to call their database, and then they're scared to. And those people don't close deals. And it's like, because you broke your agreement with yourself. You took the real estate exam, you got your license, and then you didn't do anything with it. And so you broke your first agreement with yourself. Mm-hmm. So nobody's going to trust you to sell their $500,000 house.
For sure.
You can't even get out of bed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you're exactly right, bro. Like that's one of I think the hardest part of this business is just self mastery.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, we're entrepreneurs, so you have a lot of time. People get carried away with it. Mm-hmm. Well,
the freedom trap.
Yeah, it's a freedom trap.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wouldn't say I do. Well, I mean, I do. I mean, it's natural, but
take a break.
Yeah. I mean, every now and then. But it's a lot of agents don't do anything but expect business. It's like, it doesn't happen like that. You gotta go out and get it. And they blame everybody except themselves. It's like you gotta look in the mirror.
You get out of it what you put into it.
Yeah, you get out what you put into it. Exactly. 100%.
So I think let's get into the real estate hot or not.
All right,
I like that.
Got a few of these.
You like that? That was tight,
I
right?
like that.
You trying to jump in on it?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's get into the real estate. Yeah, we're gonna do 3-part. I'll take the bass. You take the soprano. You take the tenor. All right, ready? Yo, did you hear Marcus sing?
Oh, here we go.
Episode 30.
I knew he could though.
Yo, episode 30. It's a joint with. It's the second joint we did with Nick Bush. Check out that episode. My man, it was a nighttime joint.
I got you.
I sang the Star Spangled Banner. Because Nick challenged, it's competitive, right? And I ain't been singing.
We was gassing him. We was like, you can't sing. Because I wanted to see him sing.
He came in singing Bobby Caldwell. What you want to do for love?
Can he sing?
Nick, no. But he was like, yeah, you can't sing such. And when I was like, and then I just went into the Star Spangled Banner.
He was like, shoot. Came back to the mic.
It's really.
right,
How to knock one guy.
We're gonna bring Jordan in. All right, here we go. Let's get into the real estate hot
or not.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We might have to. That might be a new thing. Whoever said you gotta do it.
We always got new things.
Yeah.
We just keep making new things.
Would you rather have telekinesis, which is the ability to move things with your mind, or telepathy, which is the ability to read minds?
Move stuff from my mind. I would never want to read somebody's mind.
Yeah.
I think telepathy is the ability to communicate non-verbally.
This is a copy and paste. So I
know.
I know you got the
I'm expanding on it.
You got the nursing background, so you can talk about the nurse Dan.
Oh, the nursing background doesn't have anything to do with metaphysics, but yeah, I'll say this.
See, I didn't even know it's metaphysics. Stop.
I'll take telepathy.
I'm taking telekinesis.
Because if I have telepathy, I can block people from reading my mind. I'm okay with that. But I can read yours. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's cool. I mean, I think, just in my daily life, it'll be more useful to be able to move stuff with my mind.
Like what?
Stay
like,
in the house.
Imagine you gotta go get the mail. You gotta
your TikTok feed, like Instagram. Like, who do I need to move? I'm not moving stuff.
You gotta go get the mail. You can just get the mail right here, from right here. It comes
to you. But I can just think it to you, and then you just go do it.
Would you rather? Would you?
You see what I'm saying? You got to coordinate.
Would you rather give up AC and heating for the rest of your life?
No, whatever the other.
Next, no.
Or give up the internet for the rest of your life.
Oh, damn.
Nah, I don't care about internet. I still got the post office.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna have to give up AC.
What?
You need to be online.
Yeah.
You're gonna die.
I could wear hoodies.
There's not enough hoodies.
I'll be good.
What about your kid?
I'll be good. He'll be good.
Tough it up. Tough it up, young man. Game with two. Tough it up.
Suck it up. Suck it up, Parker.
Would you
light a couple candles? We'll be all right.
Yeah.
I think, I'd probably give up AC and heat. I'm alright with that.
Tripping.
Blankets and fans. I mean, I grew up with
AC,
fans.
bro. I'm bougie. I'm sorry. I grew up in PG County. AC and heat. Always on.
Would you rather be an extra in an Oscar-winning movie, or have the lead role in a movie that bombed at the box office?
No, I'll be an extra, man.
I'll take the lead role.
Crazy movie.
You take the lead role?
Mm-hmm. What do extras make? Like $100? Nobody knows the extras.
That's fair. It's bragging rights stuff.
I'll take the bragging rights of having my own joint, and then
that's
I can
not
get
bragging rights. Like, dang, that joint sucked. I never seen that.
At least I did it.
So
I never seen that.
Bomb,
at least I did it. Y'all didn't even do it. Y'all was watching me. You know, like half y'all.
Look, all right. Look, would you rather be an extra in Black Panther or a Tubi lead in the Tubi movie?
I'll take. I'll take the Tubi. I don't care. I'm gonna stick to my epic.
I don't know about that one. I
mean, I can't stick to my guns.
So you're gonna be Pootie Tang.
I'll be on Tubi with the fake Tyler Perry wig, everything.
If there was anything I could like be really successful at without fail, it would be acting.
Want to be acting?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You want to be an actor?
If it was a guarantee I'll be successful at it, I'll 100% be an actor.
Actors are. You talk about the top 1%, bro.
Yeah, man.
And they striking right now too.
That's
nice. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you ain't heard about that?
I heard about the writers strike.
Yeah, it's the actors and the writers. They're all together. The SAG, Screen Actors Guild, or whatever.
All right. Brand edition. Shoes and stuff. One got to go. Under Armour, Adidas, Nike, or Jordan.
Adidas is out of here.
Nike and Jordan, same thing. But
Under Armour can go.
Yeah, Adidas is out of here.
You don't have Adidas?
Adidas?
You don't have any?
What about the Yeezys?
You don't have any Adidas?
I don't think so. I don't think I have. I think I just have Nikes.
I'm absolutely.
You should have said Reebok.
everybody Reebok on the island.
They still exist.
Yeah, Under Armour can go. But I'm always like I'm down for the swoosh always. Right?
When last time you got some Under Armour gear?
I ain't never.
What about you? You got it on right now? It was shorts. Under Armour?
Nah, I go to this Nike.
Yeah,
Nike.
Yeah.
Did you ever have the Reebok pumps though back in the day? I know you did.
I had one pair.
Yeah, I got
blacktop joints.
I had some too.
You still got them, don't you?
Same size from 5th grade. Yeah.
Why I say Under Armour though?
Because Under Armour's weak. What do they make?
I don't think y'all been to.
But
it's a lot of money.
World,
it's a lot of money being pumped into Under Armour right now.
I believe it.
Y'all should check out their gear.
What you got? Stock?
No.
Oh, what you talking about? Just
their gear. They have some really good gear.
See, because I'm a little bit athletic, but I like versatile. So like I can wear it and then go on a client meeting.
Under Armour got. That's what I'm saying. Y'all haven't.
Yeah.
Y'all
See,
haven't been looking at it.
I understand that, and I get it, but like in my mind, I can only really look at because I'm a sneakerhead, so I'm like, y'all shoes is trash.
It's because you bought the brand. You bought it on the brand.
And I look at Steph Curry's, and
so
I'm
like,
but then like the Under Armour, like the workout stuff, that always feels better than some other. I mean, it's reasonably priced too. So I feel you on that. I'm loyal to the swoosh, but I put them daggone Ultra Boosts on for Adidas. Boy,
I always love Adidas. The Sambas,
man, they feel so
I keep
good
a
on
pair
my
of
feet.
Sambas, bro.
I'm off Adidas. I'm cool off Adidas.
All right, one got to go. Game shows. Wheel of Fortune, Family Feud, or Price is Right.
It's 4. You gotta do 4.
Jeopardy.
Wait, really? Family Feud.
I watch Family Feud every day, so that's dang.
Yeah, Steve Harvey.
Yeah,
you look like Steve Harvey.
I do not look like Steve Harvey.
If you grew your mustache, shaved your head. By the way, I just want to let y'all know I'm like in the middle of the ocean right now with the Wave Squad.
Yeah.
Everybody got the sport and waves.
Yeah, but we in between cuts, so that's why we wolfing right now.
This weekend I'll be back.
Yeah, but wolfing is a good thing because they make you
Wheel of Fortune. Probably what's Wheel of Fortune, Family Feud,
Fortune, Family Feud, Jeopardy, or
Jeopardy can go,
or Price is Right.
Wheel of Fortune for me.
Wheel of Fortune. What about the prize? You can win a new car, a Hyundai Sonata.
I like the Price is Right.
You don't want a Hyundai Sonata, a Hyundai Elantra?
No.
Hey.
They'll get you.
I think Wheel of Fortune
go 100,000 miles.
got to go for me.
Wheel of Fortune?
What
about the big wheel? You don't want to spin the big wheel?
That's Price is Right, bro.
Oh, Wheel of
Fortune.
It's the other wheel. You don't want to spin that wheel either?
No.
Y'all lunch at Vanna White?
And on top of that, the prizes that you get on Wheel of Fortune usually not as dope.
$300 and like a vacation to like Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. And Jeopardy, I nerd out on Jeopardy.
Jeopardy?
Yeah, my wife like, how do you know this stuff? I'm like,
Jeopardy's cool.
I don't even know.
I don't mess with Jeopardy. It's too much.
It's different now that Alex Trebek's not there, but
Alex Trebek, remember when he shaved his mustache?
Yeah, it was nice.
It was like a whole thing. It was weird.
We're gonna go to the chicken edition. One gotta go. Grilled chicken gotta go. The wet rub gotta go.
Pause.
Dry rub gotta go. Or crispy, like chicken tenders, gotta go.
I'm good off of. It's hard for me to say because I just transitioned over to the dry rub, but I gotta let go of the dry rub.
Yeah.
The phraseology, funny.
Yeah, I gotta let go of the dry rub, man.
What the heck is a dry rub? Because what I'm thinking is probably not what it actually is.
It's think of it in the terms of like, so you got your wet.
You throw it on the grill.
Your wet stuff is like your buffalo wings, right?
Oh, you mean just like salt and pepper? That's a dry rub. Like in seasoning, you rub it on there.
No, but like you have your barbecue.
Wet rub is like when you dip it with like a mix.
Yeah.
Like okay, wet rub.
Wet rub is like immersing it.
No, I get rid of grilled chicken.
You can take chicken tenders, fried chicken tenders, and I'm good with that.
Yeah, I might switch my answer to grilled chicken. I don't know why I said grilled chicken.
All right, last one.
All right, I can go deep on that. I'm gonna do this one. 1 of 4 days gotta go. Mondays gotta go.
You said one of what?
1 of 4 days gotta go.
Okay.
Mondays gotta go. Wednesdays gotta go. Sundays gotta go. Or Friday gotta go.
I mean, I think the clear winner is Monday.
Mondays gotta go.
Yeah.
What?
100%.
No.
Why?
Well, first of all, I need to point out the non-logic of this entire question, because if you get rid of Monday, then Tuesday becomes Monday. But let's leave that out for a second. What? Doesn't really make sense. The whole line of questioning. But I stick to the line of questioning.
That's why you get a 0 on the test, because you answer the question ain't even on the paper.
Because my teacher's always dumb, and I'm like, why did you make a question like this? And I'm like, you're failed. I'm like, fine, I'm dropping out. I don't care. All right, this is. I like Mondays, because Mondays to me,
they set the tone of the week.
I feel the most energy. I feel the most productive. Because Sunday, I'm like chilling. I'm like, all right, do this on Monday. I'm writing stuff down. Then Monday come, I'm like, bam, 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 bam.
I feel it.
Wednesday is a blower for me. I'm like, what is this? What is this day? What are you doing? It's not Friday. It's not Monday. Everybody's just kind of like, So Monday, everybody gets stuff done. Fridays, before like noon, people do stuff. Then after that, they're just like, but I don't take it on Monday. So nobody does anything after noon on Friday. So, but I'll get rid of Wednesday. Yeah,
Wednesday's got to go for me. Wednesdays is
Wednesdays are a drag.
Yeah, I be dragging sometimes on Wednesday. I mean, like but it's just like it's so much, and then like when they call it Hump Day, I'm like, oh, so much going on, and so much I still got to do, and sometimes you play catch up from.
People get it done on Thursdays though.
Thursdays do.
People be like, oh, let me get this done before the weekend comes.
Yeah, because I ain't trying to do.
I ain't trying to do this on Friday.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Let's get into the comment section. We got a comment from Jarrel, one of Jarrel Jordan's followers, actually. This is Shelly. I'm gonna say it like it's spelled. This is Shelly Thunder. This is a comment from Shelly Thunder. All right, Miss Thunder. You said, and by the way, like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening on iTunes, make sure to drop a comment and share this with anybody that you think might think is dope. If you got a comment, leave it under, and we may pick your comment to read on the pod. So Shelly Thunder says, she says, Jarrel Jordan, I simply cannot afford these prices and live comfortably in my neighborhood with these prices, interest rates, and taxes. What say you, Jordan?
Man, you just have to lower your living expenses, period, or increase your income.
But I'm not trying to be house broke. That's my objection right there. I'm not trying to be house broke, Jarrel.
You gotta lower your living expenses or increase your income. That's the only two logical ways.
How do you suggest that I increase my income? What do you think?
Part-time job, new job.
I got
get a man to work, live in the house with you, split the bills.
I'm married. I got 3 kids. Both of us working 2 jobs. How do I increase my income?
You gotta lower your expenses at that point.
Okay. What expenses? Like, how can we lower our expenses? I got $2,300 rent. I gotta have separate bedrooms because I got 2 girls and 1 boy. So we got a 3-bedroom apartment.
Something cheaper.
Where? I can't move too far away from my job.
Hey.
He said, hey.
Show.
Hey, look.
I mean, what you're saying, I think is reasonable. I think that a lot of I think that if we sat down with this person and really opened up her books,
for sure,
and looked at her finances,
for sure, it's a lot of ways we could cut.
Bro, we could be redlining a whole bunch of stuff. Cut that Netflix. Cut that your car. You got a $500 car, but sell your car. Go drive a hoopty for a little while. Move it to a smaller apartment. Maybe the kids got
for a lot of people. I feel like car notes killing them, man.
Bro,
I don't have a car note.
Neither do I. I don't like it.
I don't ever want one.
Right. Nah, I don't.
You ever had one?
No.
Neither have I. Don't get them. If you can afford.
You never had a car note?
I've never had a car note. No, I take that back. I've not never had a car note. I've had a car note, but then I've always paid them off.
Yeah.
One I totaled and it got paid off. Another car that I had got repoed and then that got paid off. That was right before I started. No, it was right in the beginning of when I started real estate. It was like in the first 6 months, my car got repoed. So let that be a lesson to all y'all. Like, yo, you can have adversity and then you can still triumph irrespective of the adversity. But yeah, I think like you saying it, man, cut your expenses. And one thing I like to tell my buyers is like, if you can't afford to live where you want to live, then move where you can afford.
Yeah.
And so if you're saying I can't afford these prices, well, specifically, which prices do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I can't afford a $2 million house. Oh, okay, good. Well, we got a number to work backwards from there, right?
Exactly.
So let's figure out specifically what you mean by these prices, and then let's figure out how much you can reasonably afford. Now we got to say, well, where are those houses that you can't afford? Well, I don't want to live there. Okay, well, we need to have that discussion, right? Because if you're living where you want to live, but you're paying somebody else's mortgage, like, are you really winning? Like, you think you're winning? Because maybe you are. Maybe you're invested in a whole bunch of other stuff and you got $10 million worth of crypto and you're renting an apartment. Dope, then that works for you. But if that's not working for you, and if that's not what you're doing, and you're just doing basically what most people are doing, which is paying $1,800 a month to rent somebody else's property for 10, 20 years, then maybe we say, hey, let's move further out somewhere. Waldorf, Lusby, Lexington Park, move to Glen Burnie, like some of these what we call secondary markets where the prices are a little bit less expensive. I got a condo I'm working on right now. It's $115,000 over at Iverson Plaza. Yeah, right by Iverson Mall. Yeah. These little two bedroom, 1 bathroom condos, grab them because you're gonna be building equity. So I think, like you're saying, you gotta you know, you got to reduce some of your expectations about what you can afford and be realistic, because it's way better to I always say I would rather own a shack than rent a mansion any day of the week.
It's really good. I know you didn't ask me what say me, but
I knew you was going to say it.
Yeah.
What say you, Coach?
I think it's just that we can serve her best by having a real conversation about her expectations, but also helping her reshape what those expectations might be, because it sounds like you know, a lot of times you want it all. I want to live comfortably and be in my neighborhood and all these things. Well, the first thing that I hear is, in order for you to like really invest and make a wise investment, it's going to take a level of being uncomfortable, because it's different. So you ain't gonna be comfortable, right? Like in a great sense. But the more you edit your expectations and get fully informed, educated, then you become more comfortable with the change, and then you begin to like really dive into the investment, you know, within yourself and your family. And this is your first house. It ain't the last house. You know, so just a stepping stone. That's all I got.
I love it, brother. Thank you guys so much for jumping into the Real Estate Wire podcast once again. Thank you for sticking with us week after week after week after week. Real Estate Wire Squad, we really appreciate it. Make sure you hit those like buttons. We need to get those likes up on the YouTube, and we need to get the comments up on the podcast. So like, share, subscribe, share it with somebody that you think might think is dope. I'm Dan Wheeler. Dan Wheeler Sells Homes. Where can they find you at, Jarrel?
All platforms, Jarrel Jordan, Jarriel Jordan.
Make sure you follow this dude's TikTok, man. He's a TikTok guru. We had 2 TikTok gurus back to back, bro.
And we've had a social media expert, Mike, was here. So.
Oh yeah, you're right. Where can they find you at, Coach Marcus?
At Fields Mortgage Group and at Mortgage Coach Marcus. JJ is dancing on TikTok, so.
I don't know. I do not dance.
Out there dugging and whatnot.
He be out there doing the Dougie. Hey, I'm Dan Wheeler, Sells Homes on all platforms. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Real Estate Wire podcast. For all of us here, we are out.
Let's say it.
Solid.